Well, Pam, this is something that I think shouldn't be too surprising with Hillary Clinton on the campaign trail right now. She knows that one of the risks right now as she looks to the Democratic presidential nomination is the fact that her close ties to Wall Street will be an issue for Bernie Sanders to raise. He already has, as well as Martin O'Malley, her new challenger, the former governor of Maryland. And so she's talking tough about not only hedge funds, but Wall Street in general, even if it means right now risking campaign contributions from that very substantial area for her going forward. It's a way to deflect challenges from her left flank, and it shouldn't be a total surprise. And I wouldn't expect a lot of Republicans to be rushing to hedge funds' defense, but I would not be all that surprised if they did hit up the financial services community for a lot of their campaign cash.
Peter, you mentioned the campaign trail. What about around the dinner table, in as much as Hillary Clinton's son-in-law, Mark Mezvinsky, runs a hedge fund? Formerly, he was employed by Goldman Sachs.
Well, it would be fascinating to find out if Hillary Clinton were perhaps taking a few more questions on the campaign trail, what she thinks about her son-in-law's chosen profession. As you mentioned, he is in the hedge fund business, and that's going to be a difficult balancing act for her to walk right now, given her comments over the last couple of days. And it's been more than just this one comment in Iowa. She's raised questions about what hedge fund managers pay in terms of their tax rate, of course, the big debate over carried interest, and that they could be taxed at a lower rate, for example, than nurses. She's talked about that, even mentioned truck drivers as well, although that's been challenged in the press that maybe she's got some of her numbers wrong there. So that would be an interesting question for Hillary Clinton. One of the challenges she's going to face as a presidential candidate, Pim, balancing those competing interests.
What does she hope to accomplish by going after the hedge fund community, Peter, in as much as it has already been publicly reported the wealth that the Clintons have amassed?
Well, Pim, again, when you look at Hillary Clinton and where she might be exposed with her current array of challengers, and it's going to be her left flank. It's going to be her ties to Wall Street. It's going to be potentially the speaking fees that she enjoys. And so she has to insulate herself against that. And one of the ways you do that is you talk tough about Wall Street. You talk about the things you would do as president to try and address things like income inequality in this country.
Well, Peter, I just want to ask them, Peter, I mean,
sure.
Is she still going to cash the checks of hedge fund managers that donate to her campaign then?
Well, she's already attended a fundraiser that was hosted by Tom Steyer. He's a hedge fund manager. You know, she's going to be put to the test, Pim, when it comes time to answer questions about that. How can you, on one side of your mouth, talk about the evils, if you will, of the hedge fund industry and what they're making versus the contributions they're giving to her campaign? It does suggest one of the themes or one of the challenges for Hillary Clinton going forward is trying to balance those two.